Where am I?
$209 says, "Hey, look, I'm checking to see if if you're live and if I can see my comments and the reflections from your glasses. Now I know why you didn't answer the door." Oh gosh. Which door?
Okay. We are trying it again.
Asimov's three laws.
Okay. This is really, you talk about a shit show. This one's really turning into a shit show. Really turning into a shit show. So do we want to try again, but we'll do your butter sculpture?
It's up to you, honey.
Let's do it.
All right.
Are you going to do it? Your butter sculpture?
Oh, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready if you're ready.
I'm ready.
I was looking for us to go live again. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, okay. We're live.
I'm sorry. I thought we were still. All right. And organizers of the 105th Pennsylvania Farm Show, which will be held virtually, are calling on residents to make butter sculptures for the Butter Up contest. The farm show submissions will be accepted from January 9th through the 16th. And the sculptures have to be crafted from up to 5 pounds of butter, much smaller than the 1,000 pound sculptures typically displayed at the in-person version. The winners will be selected by followers of the Farm Show Facebook page, and they will receive gift cards. The rules state participants are allowed to use chicken wire, sculpting wire, and a base to support the sculpture, but may not use food dye or any other type of coloring. And are we going to attempt the beautiful bean footage, or did you decide that?
Ready?
We are set up for the young lady.
Pennsylvania Farm
And
Show
roll
will be
that
marked
beautiful bean
virtually in
footage.
2021 because of the pandemic, but one tradition will continue, and you can get involved. Pennsylvanians are being asked to create their own butter sculptures for the Butter Up contest. The typical butter sculpture at the farm show weighs about 1,000 pounds, but for this year's contest, you can use up to 5 pounds of butter to create yours. Submissions will be accepted January 9th through the 16th. Winners and runners-up will be judged by fans at the Farm Show Facebook page and awarded gift cards.
But they look pretty cool.
For a complete list of rules and how to enter, look for a link at our website, WNEP.com.
And that's all out of butter.
Yeah, it is.
Now, I know when I go to the store, my butter runs $3 on the average, $2.99.
The Foley Law Firm has earned an outstanding reputation for success in personal injury, auto accident, truck accident, and medical malpractice cases, and has won hundreds of millions of dollars in verdicts and settlements for their clients. That's why the Foley Law Firm has again been named Best Lawyers by U.S. News.
All you need is a crate of lobsters and a bushel of lemons, and that flamethrower that Uncle Eddie was using in the beginning, and we'd be in a roll.
Again. We care, we fight, we win.
At least that's what I
In
would
tonight's
think.
Talkback 16, a complaint about mitigation.
There we go. Oh, this is.
We got audio now. I hear.
2021. Yay. Okay, so apparently there's some kind of a dare or something going around for a tipping $2,020, 2020. Happened at a couple of places. I even saw a thing that had something about, what did I say, Tom Selleck?
Right, I think that's, yeah.
Yeah, Tom Selleck. So here is a video of a waitress who got a tip for $2,020. And of course, we have the awesome advertisement again. Even though I set everything up to not have any advertisement.
Because of this, my kids have a future. And I have a
Ooh, cold relief.
It's a big deal. It's a really big deal.
Danielle Franzoni says her life changed this week when she received this while waitressing at Thunder Bay River Restaurant in Alpena, Michigan. The tab, $23. The tip, $2,020.
I had actually woke up at like 4 o'clock that morning to my neighbor's house being engulfed in flames. So I came to work like super emotional. They wrote on the receipt, "Happy New Year, Danielle, 2020 tip challenge." I cried. I started crying and went right to my manager and asked him if it was real. And I'm still like in complete shock. I am. Like it's that doesn't happen to people like me.
Why do you say that, Danielle?
I'm a recovering addict and I'm a Detroit native, born and raised. I moved up here to Alpena to start over and to get sober.
The single mother of 3 kids with a daughter on the way is now 2 years sober from opiates and says when she made the move in the last year, she had nothing but the clothes on her back, so she ended up in a homeless shelter before landing a job at the restaurant. The 2 regulars who left the tip, likely unaware of the full gravity of their gift, a second chance.
It's a blessing. I'm trying to bring my kids home. I'm trying to, do right, and I'm a server. I don't make great money, I moved into my own house today. Like, that was able to happen, and I did that today. They gave my kids a life that they don't even know that they didn't have. And I have a chance.
And Danielle tells us that she's also able to get her driver's license for the first time in 10 years that will allow her to see her kids more and teach one of them how to drive next year. And she also says that those 2 people that gave her this tip, she never got to thank them. And she hopes that they know just how much their generosity changed the trajectory of her life going into 2020. For 7 Action News, I'm Brian Abel.
That was sweet.
That was wild.
That was sweet.
So you were saying it's a challenge. That's why I found one too in Florida. A group of customers at a Florida restaurant made sure one server will have a Happy New Year by leaving $2,020 tip just before the holiday. The Marlesa Mantra Indian Bistro in Cape Coral shared a photo to Facebook showing the receipt from a group of customers who left a 2020 tip for server Don after racking up only $269.51 tab. "We can't stop smiling and feeling happy for Don," the post said. "God bless this kind of folks." The big tip came a week after the South Shore Pizza in Ruskin, Florida, shared the story of a customer who left 2020 in tip. And the customer asked for the tip to be split among the eatery's employees, meaning each worker received about $80. That's pretty cool.
I'm maybe going to get me a job in waitressing again. I mean, hey, I'll take a tip like that. Then maybe
I guess a lot of people. Go ahead.
Maybe I could save up towards a nice big bunker.
There you go. I'm guessing that since it was the end of the year, all kinds of people, because I haven't heard of a specific challenge, but I don't doubt that it's not possible.
No idea. But I mean, I did see a thing that said, "Do you dare?" or "Take a dare," or something like that. So
really?
So speaking of bunkers, how would you like to live in a bunker, especially with everything going on right now? Don't know if we're going to be having a war or not. So,
true.
If you had to move into a bunker, I would love to live in one like this.
You're in the middle of nowhere, rural Kansas, the site of an abandoned nuclear missile silo.
Yep, they sell them all the time.
Armed
Millions of
security
bucks.
Patrol the entrance to a doomsday bunker that's reserved for the wealthy elite, and sales are booming.
Since the election of Donald Trump, we've seen a whole new demographic of people calling in, people that didn't know we existed before.
Larry Hall is the owner of the Survival Condo Project. These 16,000-pound doors lock you inside. We're heading deep below the surface of the Earth into an underground bunker like no other.
We are in a typical full-floor residential unit, and even though we are more than 100 feet underground right now, you can see that it's certainly not a claustrophobic area.
12 luxurious condos exist here with fireplaces, high-end appliances, jacuzzis, even windows. Yes, windows. High-definition TVs broadcast a live feed of the outside world right into your living room. The price tag for this 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo, $2.3 million.
Well, as the sign says, welcome to the beach.
And look at this. It's a swimming pool with a slide and waterfall. Other common areas include a movie theater, rock climbing wall, and shooting range. There's even a farm that grows all the fresh fruits and vegetables you'll need.
This can grow up to 70 different species of plants, lettuces, tomatoes, carrots.
The bunker runs on
Cannabis?
power sources like wind and diesel generators.
We have enough fuel to run these diesels for 2.5 years.
Plenty of time to ride out worldwide chaos should it ever erupt.
Wow.
Yeah, if I had to move into a bunker, that would.
As long as you like your neighbors.
Well, that's true too. That is very true.
Of course, know.
Or, with all the chaos coming out, supposedly soon, maybe if you had your own cells.
Well, it's the ultimate in timeout. It really is. For kids that need a timeout, houses, this one happens to be built with timeout rooms. A home for sale in Vermont is a garnering attention online for an unusual feature: 7 jail cells. It was formerly a county jail. The home in Guildhall, listed for sale on Realtor.com, served as the jailer's residence before ceased operations as the Essex. Man, this thing, I can't speak on this story at all. Essex County Jail in 1969. And the jail attached to the north wall of the home includes 7 cells with barred windows. The jail still exhibits the original prison cells, barred windows, jailer's office. The listing states the home is only listed for $149,000. It includes 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and an updated kitchen with all stainless steel appliances. Now, when the kids are bad, time out. Yeah, buddy.
But see, I don't have the kids, so I was thinking more along the lines of chaos will break out. I'll have my guns and stuff, and the people that are stupid enough to come at me that I can capture, I'll just throw them in there.
There you go. And cheap labor to work in the fields.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like you've seen that meme. It says free T-shirt, some assembly required.
Uh-huh.
And it shows a cotton plant.
But you never know. We might be invaded by UFOs instead.
Could.
So apparently in Honolulu, there was a blue object flying in the air. So they notified the FCC, and they still don't know what it is. And of course, we have a new
that's when you know
ad.
Something's about to happen. They start.
Something is in the sky. What is that?
And it's not just fireworks lighting up the sky in West Oahu. Perplexed residents on the Leeward Coast are searching for answers after a lit-up, unidentified flying object reportedly plunged into the ocean near Ulehava Beach Park. Though there are multiple videos of what appears to be a glowing oblong mass both in the sky and in the water, Honolulu police notified aviation officials about the bizarre sighting. But as our Allison Blair reports, it remains a mystery.
Officials from the Federal Aviation Administration say there were no aircraft incidents or accidents in this area Tuesday night, but multiple witnesses report seeing a large blue object fall out of the sky and into the ocean.
Something is in the sky. What is that?
This video was taken by Misitina Sape, age 26, Tuesday night near Haleakala Avenue in Nanakuli. Not long after, a woman named Mariah spotted the same thing passing over Princess Kahanu Estates.
And then I was like,
it looks kind of triangle-ish.
I started calling my husband in because it was all in the garage. I was like, hey,
wish they had a better video of it.
They all said, yeah.
The 38-year-old says she's never really been a believer in UFOs, but the bright blue object had them so intrigued, they jumped in the car and started following it.
Looks like a wing.
I know, yeah.
The journey
like
ended
a
less
bird.
than
Like a
3 miles
parasail.
from where it began.
Oh, yeah, that
on
too.
Farrington Highway in front of the
That
Board of
makes
Water
sense.
Supply building after the object appeared
Because
to
if you put a
drop
blue
into the
light
ocean.
or a black light up on a wing,
She described it as being larger than a telephone pole and says she never heard it make any sound.
We called 911 for have like one cop or somebody for come out and come check them out.
While officers were on scene, she says they spotted a second light.
My husband went look up and he seen the white one coming. The white one was smaller, was coming in the same direction as the blue one.
They lost sight of the object after it passed over a nearby mountain. This morning, we asked Honolulu police if investigators figured out what fell in the water. A spokesperson told us they didn't have any information. Meanwhile, officials from the FAA said they received a report from police Tuesday night about a possible plane down in the area, but had no aircraft disappear off radars and no reports of overdue or missing aircraft.
beautiful waves.
UFO ball.
Although Mariah's had a couple days to think about it, she says she's still baffled by what she saw.
To this day, I don't know. If you guys can find out what it was, I'll let you know, you know what I mean?
Allison Blair, Hawaii
That's
News
weird.
Now.
Definitely weird.
It's it really, to me, because it looks like there was something up underneath it. It looks like a darn paraglider.
Yeah, it could be. Somebody added some lights to it or something, and
It's kind of what it looked like. But hey, what do I know? Speaking of UFOs, seeing how we only got just a few minutes left here. Today was a spiffy, nifty day. We were the closest to the sun that we're going to be all year. And it happened this morning at 8:51 your time, 7:51 my time, 6:51 Mountain Time, 5:51 Pacific Time, and 4:51 Alaskan Time. And last but not least, 3:51 a.m. in Hawaii when the UFO was crashing.
I think that's why it's so hot today.
Because we were the closest to the sun?
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, at its closest point today, the Earth swings within 91 million miles. It's actually 91,399,453 miles to be exact. And 6 months from now, we're going to be 94,510 miles, 898 away. So right now we are at the closest we will be all year. It'll slowly start spreading out and getting further and further away. It's roughly 3 million miles closer today in early January than it's going to be in July, which doesn't make sense because July is definitely muchly hot.
Yes. Very.
But
and steamy.
It'll be farther away then, but we'll get more of the sun because of the angle that we're at. Right now, it's kind of low on the horizon, and we're not getting the full effects. That's why it isn't so flambe right now. It's because of the tilt. We're slightly off counter. If we were more straight, then yeah.
That's true.
It would be.
So,
yes.
What do you think? Anything interesting is going to happen this year? We're ahead of 2021 now. I mean, 2020 now. And
well, Brad was reading the Nostradamus predictions there the other day during the show that he was doing. And I believe he said that Nostradamus said that we have the zombie apocalypse coming.
What?
I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, but no. anything spiffy, nifty. No, I think it's just going to be another year, kind of a continuation of what we've been dealing with. Yeah, I kind of figure that masks are now a thing of permanence. It'll get to the point where if you want to take a bus, train, plane, other than an automobile, you're going to have to show your papers with your, to prove that you've had your RNA adjusted and had your COVID shot. But the nice thing is with that, when people come up with, paperwork saying something like that, somebody always comes up with fraudulent paperwork to say the same thing. And so you won't have to get the shot. You'll just get your underground papers and truck along.
Everybody's going to D.C. on the 6th.
I've heard a little bit about that.
So do you think something interesting
a big rally?
Do you think anything interesting might be happening once? Because I've heard some rumors which are kind of nervous. I mean, that the Iran person has basically put out a threat against Trump.
Right, that's normal. I mean, they did it to everybody but Bam Bam.
But rumor has it, I don't know, maybe there might be bombs going off or something. I don't know.
Ooh. Well, that would be detrimental. Now, if they could just wait until the, when is it? The 23rd, 22nd? When's the inauguration?
Yeah, I think it's the 20th, 22nd, somewhere around there. Something
like that. Now, if you wanted to do something, that would be the perfect time. Remember that movie, Designated Survivor?
I agree.
Well, there's not going to be any civilians up there. It's because of the COVID. There's only going to be just the Congress people. So, take about 8 or 10 of the good ones, stick them off in a bunker somewhere. And, hey, if Iran wants the thing it's due.
Are there any good ones? That is the question.
I thought that was a good one. To get rid of.
I don't know that there are any good ones.
I don't think anything will happen. It'll be a regular old get together like the 9/12 Project, and those, a bunch of conservatives are going to go up, hoot and holler,
on the 6th is when they're supposed to decide if they're doing the electoral votes or what they're going to do.
Okay.
To deal with all this fraud and whatnot. So
precisely.
I don't know. We're still hanging. I feel like a puppet, and I'm just hanging here, waiting patiently.
True.
So,
And Linda says her party is still going on. Prost, my dear. Have one for us.
Yeah, she said that the other day, that she was drinking and was going to continue drinking.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I hit it a little hard yesterday morning. I probably shouldn't have. That Zito's, between that and the coffee, they got back. Now, the grape juice is going down very smooth and mellow tonight.
I've actually been
Of course,
really
it is grape juice.
I've been a good girl.
Well, yeah, not since you had Uzo. Got talked into it on Zoom with my sister.
Yeah.
She's such a bad influence. Little sisters can do that.
She is a bad influence. Yes, she is.
So let's see. We're down close, are we not? Or are we not close?
We got about less than a minute, maybe.
Where can bodies find you if they wanted to look for you?
Let's see. We have a MeWe group. We have a Twitter group. We have a Facebook group. Of course, you can find us all there.
True. And there's the Musica.
Share.
Have a happy 21, everybody.
Chris is going to have to put all this stuff together to make one show. So we'll see y'all next Saturday, hopefully with no issues.
Thanks for listening. Well, we made it to 3 people listening, watching.
I don't know what happened, but